Hey guys, it was a couple months late, but they finally got it out to the stores. And so here we have the brand new AR.Drone 2.0. I think a lot of you guys have seen the AR.Drone videos that I've made in the past with the AR.Drone 1, which was actually a pretty cool device and had a lot of neat features about it. The AR.Drone 2 is basically the next version or the newest and latest of the technology in the AR.Drone line. Now the AR.Drone 2 is basically a bigger, better, faster, cooler version of the AR.Drone 1. And really that's not just hype, they've actually added a lot of cool capabilities on it that the AR.Drone 1 did not have. For one thing, the processor that runs everything, you know, there's a computer in this thing that actually handles all the flying functions. In fact, you don't really fly the AR.Drone. You pilot it in the sense that you tell it where to go, but it actually does all of the balancing and correction stuff itself. So they put a bigger processor in here running at faster speed. They put in more memory. The motors are more efficient. They actually made the motor controller, the electronic speed controller, water resistant, which means it's a little less likely if you get in wet grass or whatever to have a problem with that. They added a true HD camera. Now it's 720p, but it's still a true HD quality. You've still got your down-facing camera, which is lower quality, but it is only to kind of keep you in the area it uses. It actually will hover over a certain spot based on what it can see when it looks in that down-facing camera. Also, they've added some new stuff internally to the AR.Drone. One of the things you'll notice here is in the battery compartment, you can see there's an extra connector here. And this extra connector is a USB connector. Now this right here is an extremely cool idea, and I really applaud them for doing this. Because with the AR.Drone 1, one of the problems that you had was that if you tried to record video, you're actually streaming the video across your network connection back to your phone device that you're controlling it with. That would actually cause some problems because you had video data coming across and also control data trying to control the attitude of the flight, and sometimes they would cause problems with each other, which would cause it to be erratic, or it would be very laggy. For when you made a control move, it would take a while for the quadcopter to actually make that move because there was video streaming coming across. So what this USB connector does is you can plug in a USB thumb drive, and you can go up to some very large sizes. I think 32 gig I think is the maximum. I put an 8 gig in here, and what's great about it is you choose in the software and it will actually stream video to that USB key directly on board, leaving your entire link open just for control movements, which makes it much more precise in the air, much more easier to control, and just makes it fly better because all that video data is going right onto a USB key rather than streaming down to your phone. Now you can still stream video down to your phone if you want to, but I don't see any reason why you'd want to do that as long as you have a USB key, because it's a much cleaner way to do it and a much more accurate way to do it, and it lets the quadcopter fly faster and better when you stream directly. So that's a big deal. Battery compartment's the same. In fact, it'll use the same batteries as the AR.Drone 1. Once again, the high definition camera on the front, I'll have to say this, it is high def, it is 720p. It's not quite as good as a GoPro. The GoPro has just incredible color and quality, and this, it's okay. It's definitely good enough to video. You're going to see it. I'm going to show you some video from the front-facing camera, and it is definitely way better than the old 640 by 480 camera that was on the GoPro 1. But it's definitely an improvement, and I'll just leave it at that. Also, they've added some new flying abilities. Something that the AR.Drone 1 was actually capable of, but it wasn't in the software. And AR Flight 2.0 has actually added in the ability to make the quadcopter do flips. At the current time, there's very limited software because this thing just came out. So at the current time, it'll only flip one direction, and you basically press a key and it does the flip. It's all automated, it's all controlled by the onboard computer. However, there's absolutely no reason why it couldn't flip in any direction or any axis very easily, because it's the same control commands, just flipping a different direction. So I would highly suspect that as more software becomes available to this, and you know, we have developers working on this just like they did on the AR Pro, or I mean, I'm sorry, the AR.Drone 1, I highly believe that you're going to see it be able to flip forward, backwards, sideways. It won't be able to hover upside down because these are fixed pitch propellers, so they can't adjust their pitch, but it can do flips, it can do rolls, it can do limited aerobatics. So it's really kind of fun. It gives you a whole new dimension to flying it, and it's all pretty automated. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do flips here in my little hobby room, so you can actually do flips inside. If you're careful, you could do them in your living room. It's pretty controlled, and it's pretty good the way it does it. So anyway, overall, I think it's a nice improvement. The software is really lagging right now, the development of the software to control this thing. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of cool features come out in the software upgrades that are going to be coming. In fact, right now, it is available on either Droid or iPhone, but even on the Droid side, it's still a beta version of the software that runs it. So we're pretty much at the beginning of this, and I would imagine there's going to be a lot of developers jump on this right away. So overall, I'd have to say that the AR.Drone 2.0 is a good upgrade. I like what they've done. They've actually made everything a little bit better and faster and cleaner and more precise. And really nice job on this upgrade. I'm going to have to give it a thumbs up because it really is an improvement on the original design. So enough talking about it. Let's go flying. Let's see how it does.